Let's dive right in. Today we're unpacking an absolutely legendary parable, the breath of ambition. And look, this isn't some dry, dusty philosophical lecture. Oh no, it's a visceral, intense, almost shocking story that has survived for centuries for one simple reason. It delivers an unforgettable lesson on what true ambition actually looks like. By the time we wrap up this explainer, I guarantee this simple little story is going to completely rewire how you look at your own goals. So, here's the big question. What is the true secret to success? I mean, think about how often we ask ourselves that, right? We're constantly on the hunt for life hacks, the perfect morning routine, the ultimate shortcut to unlock all our potential. We want the secret formula, and we want it handed to us on a silver platter. And that relatable craving sets up our story perfectly, because it starts with a young guy looking for that exact same ultimate answer from one of history's absolute heavyweights. All right, part one, the quest for wisdom. So our story introduces us to an eager young man and the legendary Greek philosopher Socrates. And really, this young guy, he represents anyone who's ever wanted to do something big. He walks right up to the philosopher and demands, "Master, I want to gain wisdom. I want to know the secret to success. Teach me." You can totally hear the urgency there, right? But also the expectation. He's literally asking for a brain dump. He fully expects Socrates to just sit him down under a tree and rattle off a neat little checklist of principles. He's treating success like a commodity you can just order off a menu. But Socrates doesn't give a lecture. No profound quotes, no real words at all, actually. He just nods and says, "Come with me." And wow, what a shift. Right away, you know the lesson isn't going to be spoken. It's going to be experienced. Socrates is yanking this kid right out of his intellectual comfort zone and dragging him straight into the unknown. Which brings us to section 2, into the deep water. So they leave the world of philosophy behind and head out into the raw elements. Imagine the sheer confusion running through this kid's head. He asks for the secret to success, and instead he's getting a silent hiking tour. They walk through the streets, then right out of the city, leaving all those neat, civilized answers behind. Down to the shore. And then right into the sea. And they don't stop at the beach. They keep walking, deeper and deeper. Imagine it. The water's at their ankles, then their knees, their waists. The tension is just building and building until the waves are literally lapping at their shoulders. And the silence between them, it must have been deafening. Okay, section 3, the struggle for breath. Picture this. The old master and the young student, standing shoulder deep in the freezing ocean. The kid is probably waiting for some deep, poetic metaphor about the vastness of the sea, right? Well, suddenly, totally without warning, Socrates grabs the young man and shoves his head underwater. No way around it, this is shocking. This respected elder just turns to sheer physical force. All that polite intellectual debate is gone in a flash, replaced by a terrifying, immediate physical reality. The disciple struggles. Instantly, his brain abandons all those lofty thoughts of success and wealth. It's just pure panicked confusion. He's completely submerged. Salt water is stinging his eyes, and the heavy weight of his master is pushing down on his neck. He kicks. This polite student-teacher outing rapidly turns into an underwater brawl. His heart rate is absolutely spiking, adrenaline flooding his veins. He's not a student anymore. He's just a human being fighting a life-threatening restraint. The physical exertion is massive. He's burning through every last ounce of oxygen in his lungs, just desperate to break Socrates' iron grip. He gasps, but there's no air, just water. Socrates holds him under for what feels like an eternity. Imagine that intense burning in your chest, that agonizing feeling when your body's screaming for oxygen, and it's just denied. We are right at the absolute edge here, the terrifying moment where he is literally on the brink of passing out completely. And at that exact critical second, Socrates finally lets him up. The young man bursts through the surface, gasping violently, lungs just heaving, and he screams, "What are you doing? Are you trying to kill me?" I mean, can you blame him? He feels completely betrayed. He asked for a life lesson and almost got drowned. He is terrified, he's furious, and he's desperately sucking in the one thing his body needs to survive. Let's catch our breath here for section 4, the ultimate secret revealed. The contrast here is just wild. You've got the disciple dripping wet, coughing up seawater, shaking with absolute panic and anger. And then there's Socrates, completely unbothered. He just calmly looks the kid dead in the eye. The storm is over. And Socrates delivers this incredibly heavy truth. When you want wisdom or success or anything in life, as badly as you just wanted to breathe, then you shall have it. Wow, just let that sink in for a second. Socrates didn't answer with philosophy. He answered by forcing a biological state of absolute necessity. He physically showed the kid the difference between kind of wanting something and desperately needing it. And that's exactly it, the difference between casual ambition and the literal need to breathe. Look, casual ambition is a preference. It's the young man at the very beginning of the story. It's when we say things like, hey, I'd like to be successful, or I want to start a business. It's something we want if it's convenient. But the need to breathe, when you're held underwater, you don't kind of want air, you don't put it off until tomorrow, and you definitely don't let the fear of failure stop you from fighting for it. It becomes this primal, unignorable biological requirement. Every single distraction vanishes. You have one singular, blinding focus. And Socrates is saying true success only happens when your ambition matches that exact level of primal necessity.
So I'm going to turn this ancient, powerful lesson right back to you. What do you want as badly as you want to breathe? Seriously, look at your own goals. Are they just casual preferences or are they absolute necessities? Are you actually willing to fight for them with the unstoppable desperation of a drowning man fighting for a single gasp of air? Because if we believe Socrates, the exact moment your desire for success turns into a necessity for survival, absolutely nothing can stop you. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. I really hope this story pops into your head the next time you think about what you truly want out of life. Keep pushing, and I'll see you next time.